This is kind of hard to talk about. I can see why no one talked to me about this, or I didn't hear about anyone having anxiety until after I came out with it. Sorry about my wet towel on my head. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be going over a very serious topic, dealing with anxiety while you're pregnant. I am not a doctor. Everything that I'm going to talk about today is stuff that I researched or just exercised on my own and had a positive outcome. So I started to have really bad anxiety going into my second trimester of pregnancy. I talked to my doctor about it, and my doctor said that it was really normal. She kind of just brushed it off, and I felt like it was a much more serious topic that needed more attention, but she just said it was really common for women to have anxiety while they're pregnant. I found that really hard to process because I think having anxiety in general is really serious. So I really wanted to find solutions to try to relieve that anxiety as much as possible. For the last 3 weeks, I've been trying different things just to help me relieve some of the anxiety and just try to relax and just let go of whatever it is that I'm feeling at the moment that's causing the anxiety. Some things didn't work and some things did. I wanted to share with you today some tips that are working for me. This isn't like a nighttime routine. It's not something that I do every single night. Sometimes I don't do any of these things. Sometimes I just pray to God to just help me find some peace and some clarity, and sometimes that's enough. But I do try as best as I can to do something about relieving anxiety every night, because I find that when I wake up in the morning, I start off with a much more positive day, and the chances of me feeling anxiety throughout the day are less. And so that is really my goal, is to lessen the anxiety that I'm feeling. It's my duty to protect my son, and the feelings that I feel while I'm anxious cannot be a positive experience for him. That I'm certain of 100%. So my first, most simple tip is something that I'm so excited about because I didn't know this, and I feel like a lot of people do not know this. They don't want you to know. You should, DJ Khaled on Snapchat might be a really good stress reliever. They don't want you to know that water is an amazing stress reliever. Prior to my pregnancy, I would drink at least a gallon a day. But then something happened where I wasn't consuming water. I didn't have a proper water drinking routine, and I started to consume sugar, which is something that I was not a fan of before pregnancy either. I did not have a sweet tooth prior to getting pregnant. That's something that's really new to me. One thing that I started noticing when I started to feel all of this anxiety was that I would always reach for water. I would reach for water instantaneously, and it was a pattern that I picked up on. I picked up on that pattern, and I was doing it so often that I thought, I wonder if there's some correlation between relieving anxiety and drinking water. And I found out that yes, there is. Water is extremely calming to the body, and it sends signals to your brain. So when we haven't had water, we actually are susceptible to anxiety, to heavy anxiety, and even panic attacks. I thought that was really interesting because I've never heard that before. That makes perfect sense to me. And it went on to say, if you've consumed caffeine, if you've consumed alcohol, and if you've consumed sugar, you are much more susceptible to being anxious. Sugar triggers anxiety. I did not know that. How simple is that? If you are being affected by anxiety, then maybe you should look at your water intake and increase that. Also, remember that you're needing much more water than you were prior to pregnancy. So if your water habits have not increased, then you should try to make it a point to increase it, because the way we're supposed to consume water is based on weight, and we're putting on weight, so we need to intake more water. I mean, really, you can shut this video down right now. That's like the key component. Water relieves anxiety. So now I'm back to like my old routine where I'm consuming as much water as possible. I'm not going to get into this right now, but Crystal Geyser is the best water in my personal opinion, not only in terms of taste, but in terms of the quality of water. I'll just let you guys research that, or you can just take my word for it. The second tip that I have for you guys is exercising. I know I've mentioned this before in another video, but I really can't express that enough. Now, I understand how difficult it is to work out and have a full-time job and be pregnant. It's a lot. Even if you just exercise 2 times a week, not only does it relieve anxiety, but it also prepares your body for delivery, something that is really, really important. Our bodies have to be in a strong condition, and I don't want to sound preachy, but it's so important to exercise just a little, even if it's just a walk around the block for 30 minutes. If you don't want to do a routine, even if you just stretch. My third tip is this tea, Organic Peaceful Mama Tea. I had previously researched for teas that were calming teas that were okay to drink while pregnant. The flavor is the citrus chamomile, which I really enjoy, and it's just a tea that is specially put together for expecting mothers to help relieve their anxiety. And I think just drinking tea in general, there's something, at least for me, that's so peaceful and calming. The back of the package says, pregnant women know resting can be tricky when your mind is running amok with thoughts about your pending precious angel. USDA certified 100% organic Peaceful Mama tea combines calming herbs in a delicious blend to help ease a mama's busy head and agitated body. They also recommend it for anxious papas as well. So, I mean, it's obviously something that not just pregnant women can drink, anybody can drink, but I really like that it's formulated and has specific ingredients that can calm you while you're pregnant. So they're safe to take. Again, it's an organic product. I really enjoy the flavor. I do find it calming. I love to drink it right before bed when it's time to unwind. So I highly recommend the tea. The fourth tip I have is applying a foot mask on your feet. Again, this isn't something that I do every night. It's something that I like to do as often as I can. Sometimes that's once a week, sometimes that's every other week. But I think it's important to not forget our feet. We're gaining weight right now, and we put so much pressure and stress on our feet every single day. I purchased foot masks at Target. It's by the brand Cabela, and the mask costs around $1 and change. Honestly, I can't remember, but it's a really inexpensive product. I like to put them on right after I come out of the shower. I also like to put socks over them after I place them on, because they are a little slippery, and you do want to take precaution when you're pregnant. The product description on this is the Que Bella. Why did I say Cabela? That's lame. The Que Bella Intensive Foot Mask is an intense moisture treatment that helps to smooth and soften dry, cracked heels and feet. Enriched with apple and shea butter, this sock-style foot mask penetrates skin quickly and deeply to protect, nourish, and moisturize the skin. After just one use, you will notice the improved skin tone and texture, and your feet will look amazing. Okay, I definitely do notice the difference in texture. So I know that it's definitely relieving my feet. It's something that you could also easily just do at home, really. You don't have to purchase this mask. It was honestly not that pricey, so I grabbed a few at Target. But you could easily even use like your favorite shea butter or cocoa butter and just lather your feet and put some socks on. My fifth tip is applying a mask. It's so simple. It's something that I would be doing anyway, and I think it's just important to apply masks on your skin just to take care of the skin on your face. I'm not going to recommend a particular mask. I think that you have to do the research yourself and also talk to your doctor. Masks could be dangerous depending on what trimester you're in, so I am going to encourage you to do your own research. I did use a calming mask that had some lavender in it. I got the okay to use that mask. I would definitely do research, make sure that whatever mask you have been using prior to pregnancy is still okay for you to use. Number 6 is to light a candle. I think sometimes we forget how a candle can really just help us disconnect from the energy that we just walked away from. I love to light candles. It really helps me relax. I am currently lighting a jasmine candle that is also really good for anxiety and to help decompress and de-stress you. Again, this is another area that
I don't want to recommend anything. Be sure to do your research on lighting candles
while you're pregnant, how long they should be lit for, and what types of scents are okay. It does change the mood. It works for me. It just makes me feel like I can unwind. So I recommend lighting a candle and having a scent that will definitely put you at ease. Tip number 7 is to read a book. When anxiety is keeping me up at night and I'm not able to rest, sometimes the quickest way to tire my brain is to read a book. The book that I'm reading right now has a lot of information and it tires my brain really fast. So I use it to completely just exhaust me so that I can go to sleep. But sometimes reading can also really cause anxiety. I think it just depends on what topic works for you. So check and see what topics work for you. If it's something that's fictional, it just depends, because a topic can also keep you awake. For me, this book is really working. It exhausts me and my eyes begin to close almost immediately. My last tip is one that was recommended by Bricia. You all know if someone recommends something to me, it's Bricia. She's always taking care of me. She not only takes care of me, her and her sister have a podcast and they want to take care of every mommy out there. So this was something that was recommended by her. She actually... She actually said that she used it, sparingly. She gave it to me as a tip, as something that could help relieve my anxiety. I think maybe I'm using it more than what she would have used it, I feel like. For me, I'm so grateful that she shared this with me. It's the Hypnobirthing app. It has different guided meditations. One guided meditation is free. And then I think it's a good trial. Like if you like the guided meditation, then you know that this is probably something that might work for you. I went ahead and I purchased the app because I absolutely fell in love with a guided meditation. It did, I believe it was $6.99 worth the investment, $6.99 to help calm me and give me positive energy almost immediately was completely worth it. If I start to feel anxiety, I will almost always run to the app and just soothe myself and do like a guided meditation. Everything the app talks about during this guided meditation has to do with pregnancy and like your birth plan, which is probably what we're the most anxious about. And it sort of just gives you strength and gives you a place to draw some really positive energy from. So I'm really enjoying the app. They have a sleep meditation that you play right before you're going to bed. I play it every night and Alfonso loves it. He's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize what time I went to, what time I closed my eyes. And he has trouble falling asleep at night. So I mean, it was good to hear that he was reaping the benefits from this guided meditation. So those are my tips to relieve anxiety. I want to encourage you to look for a routine that works for you on how to deal with your anxiety, empower yourself, and don't ever feel that because this is a normal symptom that you have to live with it. I think that there are solutions to all problems and we just have to be proactive and look for them. I also want to say thank you to all of the mommies that reached out. When I mentioned my anxiety in the vlog, that really meant so much to me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that there's something on this channel that you can take with you and that will be positive in your life. Thank you for supporting our channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Take one step and you have to ask your doctor if it's okay. It's so fucking annoying.
Put the book back and then grab it again.
You guys, this looks so scripted, but how else am I supposed to do it? You know, I'm trying to show you how I be doing. Just get big, they get big.
And cut. And print. Beautiful guys. Dynamite.